Hi, my name is Ashley Whitaker. I am a dually certified speech language pathologist and a board certified behavior analyst at BCBA, and I am the director of speech at Lighthouse Autism Center. Today, I am here to talk to you about echoic demand transfer procedures. That's just a really busy and $20 word for going from repeating to requesting. So we're going to talk in depth about how we can get your child to do this at home. Okay, so we're going to start off by identifying if this is your child. Do they repeat things that they hear? They say words when you tell them to say them. Like they'll say cookie if you say cookie, but you always have to tell them to say it. They don't say it on their own. They don't walk up and ask you. And you're just left wondering, they can say it, so why aren't they asking? If this sounds familiar to you, you are not alone. Many children learn to repeat words before they actually learn to use words. So today we're going to talk about how to help your child move from repeating words to using words independently so that they can ask for what they want without waiting for you to tell them what to say. Because the goal isn't just talking, and it's never been about just talking. The goal is communication that works. So first, what is an echoic? We use the term echoic a lot in the speech world and the ABA world. An echoic just means your child repeats what you say. So if you say cookie and they say cookie back, that's an echo, an echoic. That is great. But repeating isn't the same as independently asking. Our goal is helping them to ask on their own, and many of our kids really need this skill broken down into smaller and simpler steps for them to be the most successful. We call this first step the immediate transfer. Sometimes your child needs help getting the word started. We model the word once, but before we give them the item, we give them one quick chance to say it independently on their own, right? This teaches I can say this word by myself to get what I want, not just waiting for someone else to say it. So here's what this looks like. Your child wants a cookie. You say either cookie or say cookie. Your child repeats that word cookie. You're going to pause briefly. You're not going to give them that cookie right away. Sometimes I like to bring the item even just a little bit closer. Like if this was the cookie, it's here, and I say cookie, I bring it a little closer. Then you wait for them to give them that chance to say it again. If they say cookie on their own, again, you give them the cookie and all the great praise, all the things that they love. Because now, in that moment, they said it on their own, even though it was really closely after we just told them. After that step, we move to something a little bit more independent. Okay, so if we always gave them the cookie right after they repeated us, they learn, I wait for mom or dad or grandma to tell me what to say. This quick second chance helps them build independence. Okay. Sometimes we don't do the second chance right away because it can frustrate them, or more often, they start to say it over and over and over again. So instead, we let the request work and then we give them another opportunity shortly after. Very quick, a couple of seconds at the most. We see if they can try it on their own. This is a little bit of a gentler way and a little bit more independent way to build that communication. Okay, so when your child really depends on repeating you, the child says, like the child wants bubbles, your child wants bubbles, You say bubbles. Your child then repeats bubbles. You're going to give them the bubbles right away because we want communication to work for them, right? And show them they don't have to say it a ton of times. A few seconds later, and I mean you blow those bubbles even once or twice, and then you give them the opportunity again. You pause again while you're holding those bubbles. You're going to make it look so fun. And you wait to see if they say bubbles again on their own. If they do, you can blow bubbles a ton of times, give big reinforcement, say that word over and over again. Yes, bubbles, bubbles. You're blowing the bubbles, right? Big, big reinforcement. This is called the comeback, right? It's an echoic demand, just like we talked about. It's the echo to the request with a little bit of a break in between, and it builds that independence. So the difference in really simple terms is for the immediate transfer, we give them a second chance to say it right away, okay? And for the comeback transfer, we let it work first, and then we circle back for more independence there. Your child already has the ability to repeat. That is huge. That is no small feat, so you should be excited about that. Now we're shaping that repeating into independent asking. The small moments, the pause, the calm model, and the quick reinforcement are all what build independence over time. We don't have to be perfect parents, okay? We don't have to be perfect at this skill. We just have to be consistent, okay? So you're teaching independence. Repeating is a starting point and a really important one. Waiting, that little wait, builds independence. And those small pauses in between that echoic and then that independent request, they create really, really big progress. So your consistency with these types of things really makes a difference in the way that your child can grow their language.